Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here as the recording of this Wednesday, November 27, 2024. Standing here at the Orlando Fashion Square Mall. This is where I'm beginning the day. Well, not necessarily, because I drove an hour and 10 minutes. It took me to go the 25 miles door to door from my home to here on Colonial Drive. An hour and 10 minutes to go 25 miles. I-4 and the back streets, there was a little bit of a wreck on I-4, so I had to veer off some of the surface streets. And let me tell you, driving the surface streets in Orlando is not what it was when I originally moved here in 1991. I was 17 years old, got my driver's license in the early 90s, got to know the Orlando area pretty well, and you could pretty much traverse around pretty quickly. Every mile was about a minute if you drove, a little bit more than that. But now it is a completely different ball game when it comes to I-4, and very stressful getting over here. But I have arrived at the Orlando Fashion Square Mall. I'm going to meet up with a buddy. We're going to do a few things downtown. We're going to go to Beefy King, a place that him and I really love here on Colonial Drive. Really great roast beef place. But first, I'm going to pop in, see what's going on inside this mall, which really has seen better days. I'm going to pop inside. In fact, the East Side Bistro is closed. And I believe this eye place here is also closed. And the inside, last time, about a year ago, him and I kind of wandered around in here and noticed a lot of stuff was closed. And I can't imagine it's any different now. It might even be more things closed than there was a year ago. Check it out and have a downtown Orlando day. Join me. Good to have you here. Shall you? Kind of used to traffic. I travel a lot. You go to cities, there's a lot of traffic, but it is unusual when you're not used to it in your hometown city. Really have seen the progress of traffic and gridlock and bumper-to-bumper traffic, which sometimes when you think it's going to take a half hour, and it should take a half hour, and it takes way longer than that, it kind of throws you for a loop. All right, popping inside. The last mall I was in that looked like this is the Back to the Future Mall, which they have since announced is closing, and that is out in Puente Hills, the Puente Hills Mall in Southern California, where the parking lot scenes from Back to the Future were filmed. But this almost looks a little more run down or closed down than that one. Of course, that's been a couple months since I checked that out. It might actually look more like this, but look at this. There's nothing. This is maybe the deadest mall I've been in a long time. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this has definitely progressed downward since a year or so when I was in here. It looks like there's a couple things that should be open that maybe are not open today. It's 12:32 right now, so it's a half-hour afternoon. This place is, they even have all their Christmas garland up. Yeah, this place is empty. Things for sure, the gridlock on the surface streets of downtown Orlando, those cars were not heading here. None of those cars were going here, except for my buddy who's here. He was probably heading here. He's part of that. I need to do my part, and I need to stay 6 feet apart. I need to do my part and stay 6 feet apart. There is an open Macy's. I remember back in the day, back in the 90s, I would come in. I can always remember a lot of people walking up and down here, I always remember this corner being a bountiful supply of people walking through here. But now, look at this. What the heck? Okay, we got some people up here. There's a few people. There's a few. 3 or 4. Got Stuart Little just chilling right here. Little Stuart. I thought that was a real dog, but really, oh my gosh, it's like, okay, is that you barking? Is that you doing a little barking right there? Okay, so yeah, everything down there empty, closed, Flex Girls, closed. Okay, one store open, another store open there. Of course, the corner of the Macy's here, closed. Yeah, there's no way. Years from now, this place is still going to be standing. This is like prime real estate, I would imagine. This is something. Look at this just one little lonely massage chair right here in the middle. Well, there's another one on the other side. So actually, it's 2 massage chairs back to back, but that was just it was like right there, kind of like looking down upon. Look at this. Wow. I can't even imagine what it would be to rent one of these or lease one of these spots. I don't know how well being an entrepreneur opening a store in here would do. Can't imagine it being that good because there's no customer base, there's no other stores to thrive off of. But then you go to the Mall of America and that place is slam packed. There are a few malls that are successful, but I would say most malls are finding the demise of this. Spencer's over here is open. Auntie Anne's right there. It looks like Santa is going to be in here meeting up. I don't see Santa's out at the moment. It looks like Santa is going to be out at some point. They've turned off the escalators. No reason to run the electricity of the escalators, but they still do have the fountain on, which is awesome. You got the cinema up top. You got the fountain right here. Yeah, there's no sense in... Actually, it's kind of weird that they do have these, though, because you could just use these as stairs. Please stay off the escalators. Violators will be trespassed. Ooh, that's scary. Really, just an eerie feeling walking around here. I'm getting some Romero Dawn vibes. Walking around through here, and you always these empty malls. You always see these little. You put the quarter in, you put the 50 cents in. All right, going up the elevator. The only way to get to the second floor.
I'll skater.
Is that clock the right time? No, it's 12:40. Fancy meeting you here, Micah.
Hey. Just hanging out at Fashion Square Mall.
That's right. Maybe so. We were here a year ago, and I got to say, this place has gone even more desolate than we were here a year ago.
Except for the theater. The theater's thriving.
The theater's thriving?
There's people making popcorn, buying tickets.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also know what's really interesting is there's no one in this mall, and we just so happened to get in an elevator with the only other people in the mall.
Yeah, when I came in earlier, there was no one in here. Some Dawn of the Dead vibes.
I was saying the same thing.
Outside especially.
Look at this.
JCPenney.
You can't even round up everyone in the entire property to get 10 people to reach the capacity. Wow. It is weird that they just don't leave these off, move this out of the way and let people walk up and down. But
Right.
when do you think Santa's gonna arrive?
I'm confused if there is going to be a Santa.
There's gotta be.
Well, it says a selfie station.
Oh, a selfie station.
That's
So
what it said on there.
Santa doesn't even want to be here. You just go down there and take a selfie with the Christmas trees.
There's a big seat, but he's not going to
So,
show up.
I'm amazed they're running the fountain.
No.
This is wild.
I imagine if they don't, it would probably smell really bad for stagnant water.
That's a good point.
Bugs.
So yeah, the only thing really happening is the theater over here.
Yeah, I bet you're going to come see the #1 movie.
Red One?
Yeah, Red One.
Oh, no,
I just
you
saw
mean-
that when I walked over. I was like, oh my gosh. This probably be the best place to see it because no one's going to be here for that.
That's a good point. Okay, this gives me hope. It's only temporarily. It's only temporary. I love a good food court, like a retro food court.
That's it.
And there it is, right over there. Yeah, they just don't want people walking around up here, so they're putting up the little barricades and stuff, so we won't go past those. But interesting though, when you buy a ticket over here at the theater, you do not go up to the regular ticket stand. You go to the concession stand inside. So they're no longer even using the Premier Cinemas ticket booth right here. They just you have to go to you have to go up to the popcorn stand. But I love the retroness of this. The retroness of the carpet down there and the nachos and the popcorn. You got all the neon. This is definitely a really cool spot. This is like integrated into the carpet. Welcome to Premier Cinemas. Premier Cinema. Oh, it's double on both sides. But then you got the popcorn down below. You got the 3D glasses right down there. You got the little popcorn stand over here. You got the video games and whatnot, arcade classics and the claw machines. That is really cool. That is really cool. This door must remain unlocked during hours of operation. I didn't realize they were doing operations in there. And no smoking within 30 feet of the doorway. You could definitely film a zombie movie here.
That's exactly what I said earlier in my video.
We think alike.
We do. But I got here, I was like, this is the top of the mall.
It feels like we're in a zombie movie.
Yeah.
It's so weird because everything outside of this little bubble is jam-packed around Orlando.
Just right there on that road, on 50. You go back on Colonial right there?
Oh, I was just in it.
No.
I was just in it.
But it's so quiet over here.
Look at this empty parking lot right here. I never realized this might be, well, I don't say it's the best view of the skyline, 'cause that's a pretty good view of the skyline of.
The closer you get, though, it goes down. It shrinks.
So back here it's better?
Back here it's better because I walked all the way down there and those trees block all of it when you get down there.
So this is the best spot.
Here comes a dude. Just like
Flyboy?
yeah, there he is. Flyboy's there. Coming over.
That is wild.
Right when you got here. That was awesome.
That's total Romero, man.
Who did the soundtrack? Goblin. Just need that music.
Look at this. Is this the elevator?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no.
It's just like Flyboy.
Does it work?
Yeah. Watch this.
Are you serious? Does it have the
looks
paneling?
Just like Flyboy. I think it's a JCPenney. It could be a JCPenney.
This
If it
elevator
is,
works?
Watch this.
No way.
I'm showing Adam. We've been in this elevator earlier, but I'm showing Adam this elevator. Come on. Come on. There it is.
Dude, the way it opens?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then get in there. It feels like the lighting and everything.
Yeah.
Just like it.
It's not exact paneling.
It's not the same paneling.
Not the wood paneling, but yeah.
It's close.
Where you would have tried to get out.
Down to the first.
We might be the
Only
first
ones.
people that have been in this elevator in years.
You hang your coat on that? I don't know what that is. There's a spider web though. Yeah, the way it opens.
Holy cow, man. I'm shocked this elevator even still works. Oh, it's a parking garage. Okay. The bottom of the parking garage. When there's no more room in hell. Look at this. Just JCPenney here, just like in the film. Of course, we're nowhere near Monroeville.
But isn't it comforting in a way, like when you see
It is.
things like this?
Yeah.
And because of that film. That film, to people like you, me, Jay, you're the only people I know who can talk about this film, and it's like, it's a comforting, like...
Sean Clark.
Sean Clark?
Sean loves it too.
Yes, he does. It's very much a comforting video, movie to watch. When you like locations like this that feel like that.
I know. It feels like I'm in
The whole time I
was
was in that Monroeville Mall doing the location thing. I was like, I don't want to leave this spot.
I know.
This is, it's
But this
awesome.
this feels more like the movie than that does. Because the Monroeville Mall is actually kind of thriving.
It is. It's a real thing. I love the open light above you, and then the one that's closed over here. So that one's fine, but the one above you.
Oh yeah.
Imagine that like flickering.
Again, I kind of have a tradition whenever we are in this area of Orlando where we go to Beefy King. I don't think you and I have been to Beefy King probably since the last time we walked around this mall. A couple of years, they blocking up the doors. They're blocking up they're pulling the truck up to the doors.
That's right. That's right.
We got this, man. We got this by the ass.
That's the best. That was a good impression.
We ended up street parking because it was difficult to get in the parking. Now there is parking over here, but it's kind of hard to wedge in here because look at the line of cars. This place is very, very busy. But I gotta check the hours because I don't really know. I don't think it's open later in the day. I think it's open pretty early. Beefy King. Get your Beefy King merch early for the holidays.
And we're here at Beefy King now.
They have pumpkin pie shakes. They're back. Look at this.
I know,
Look
dude.
at this massive
In and
cars.
Out is just like this. It's crazy. They do kind of like the same thing. They've got a guy out here taking orders with the cars.
This place is hopping.
It is.
This place is hot, Halberstram. It's a real beehive of activity, Halberstram. This place is hot. I think that's where I started saying beehive of activity. Mr. American Psycho. I just realized that. There's definitely plenty of seats in here, but look at the line to get some roast beef sandwiches. I mean, it is busy in the drive-thru and it's busy in here, but nobody evidently wants to dine in. They all want to get it to go. Well, we're going to dine in. Kind of reminds me of like old like Pizza Hut type of chairs. There's the first employee t-shirt right there. They slice it all fresh right there with that machine. Kind of going back and forth in the slicing machine. I love these like little, I guess you call that stained glass. These remind me of like old pizza style diner lamps. Yeah, this place is busy. Drive-thru's busy. The line inside is busy. I guess everyone on I-4 is coming here. All right, I've ordered the sandwich extra large meal deal. I got the spuds. Yeah, it looks like they have like some new merch too, including this. I ended up purchasing a little decal for $2. I do have a shirt somewhere in my closet. Yeah, a little BK, not Burger King, Beefy King. We've been in here many, many times. This is definitely the busiest as far as drive-through and the amount of people in here. I like it though. I like it. There's a proclamation. Beefy King Day. Look at this. The 15th day of June, 2013 is Beefy King. I didn't realize that. Beefy King Day. Looks like some old menus right here. Back when sandwiches were $1.09. They did have a fire in here a few years ago, but thankfully the whole place was not destroyed. They were able to rebuild part of it in the dining area. All right, this is what we're dealing with. I got myself a little sweet tea here. Horseradish sauce. You're squirting yours on there?
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
So I never tried this, but Micah convinced me to go with some cheese and some onions on there as well. Not caramelized onions, but like sliced, not sliced.
They're like diced on there.
Diced. Sliced, diced, but not caramelized. Let's see what it looks like here.
No, diced.
Oh, there we go, yeah. Sliced action. Go with a little, very nice. These are the spuds. And I guess the meal deal comes with slaw and a pickle. I've never gotten the meal deal before. And they're shouting out onion rings. I guess have onion rings also. This is considered an extra large. We made it downtown now. Pretty close to Lake Eola. Haven't been over here in a while. Last time I was over here. So this is where the Ernest Saves Christmas house used to be. Jim Varney's house from the movie was right here. They tore it down. And then they built this new one. Last time I was here, it was under construction. Now it's finished. Looks nothing like it did in the movie, but this is from Ernest Saves Christmas right here, this little street. The rest of the street kind of still looks the same. Where they have the
two houses right here were used in
where they have the cars driving out.
Backing out. And the Santa.
This is another thing. So whenever Mike and I are in this area, we always go to Beefy King and we always check out the Ernest Saves Christmas house.
Yep. Yeah.
And there it is. Looks nothing like it did in the movie.
At all. They've redone everything. Even the sidewalk. This is nothing from the film. Everything is new. The only thing that's original is where the brick connects. And the previous owner, the old man who lived here, told me he sat out here with John Cherry, and they had the dolly system set up, and they would move the thing. Apparently they got more shots than they used in the movie, because the movie is literally just a panning shot. Just like that.
It shows his mailbox.
Yeah, and all the knickknacks and stuff.
Right, downtown holidays. That's what this sign says. We're right downtown off of Orange. I don't know what's going on over here, but this over here is all boarded up. Wow. That's interesting. All boarded up over there. And we're just kind of meandering around downtown. And we walk over to Church Street, see what's going on over there.
You like the star?
There you go. They got the Christmas decor up. That mural there, it's got a lot of the iconic pieces of Orlando. There. Or also, it's another Ernest Saves Christmas spot. We discussed that before, but we're just passing by. The sidewalk is closed across here. Back in the day, back in my band days, when I would play in a lot of punk rock bands, we'd play right in here. It was the back booth. We'd load in over in this parking lot.
What was that venue called? I played there.
Back booth.
Back booth.
Yep.
Yes.
This was the back booth. Now,
That's right.
Cocktails and Screams.
Yeah.
Yep, this was the front entrance of back booth right here. Right here was back booth. Crazy. Never looked down this stairwell before. Tank
Me
Reds.
I was just about to film that on my. Funny enough, Adam's never looked down here.
That's where the Mogwais are.
That's, oh my gosh. Totally has that vibe.
Threshold of Church Street in South Orange. This looks like a dandelion. Right? One of those like flowers you pick up and make a wish. Church Street. All right, more boards over here at Don Jefe Tequila Parlor. Yeah, just downtown.
Yeah.
What's going on downtown on Church Street? A lot of closed up places. Look at that. Saints and Sinners Cafe. Maybe someone broke the window. Look. The old train station here. Still standing, even though it is all fenced off and not be able to use. And then you got the historic, the ever so popular Church Street station back in the day.
Yeah.
That's the old train station.
It's the old train station. They do the ghost
But back in the day, back in the 90s, let's say late 80s, early 90s, this was promoted as heavily as the theme parks. You see a lot of advertisements and timeshare places and whatnot promoting Church Street Station, which was just this little corner. So if you ever find any old paraphernalia from the 90s, I mean, they were promoting this almost as heavily as like Magic Kingdom, SeaWorld, and Universal.
Oh yeah, it was all over the commercials. You see the can girls dancing. Dude, there's a famous concert of Jerry Lee Lewis
In
that
here.
He performed here. My buddy Tyler, his dad, Ronnie McDowell, performed a whole CD here.
In here.
Yeah. Right.
That's
there,
cool.
Church Street Live in the 80s, man. This place was thriving. A killer place. This was Hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, it just closed.
It did.
Mary will no longer serve you a hamburger here anymore.
They do now in Kissimmee. They moved.
Oh, they moved to
They
Kissimmee.
moved to Kissimmee. This
Okay.
was Bumpy Hardware. This was the old hardware store.
Old Bumby.
Oh, there's a sticker from, yeah. There's a Hamburger Mary sticker.
This door is open.
I've seen a lot of shows in here.
This door is open.
Is it?
Kinda. It's locked at the top.
Hamburger Mary's? Oh, yeah, they're renovating in there. That was where the bar was, right there.
One of the greatest fight scenes ever, Miami Connection, took place right here.
The Miami Connection?
Not filmed in Miami, filmed in downtown Orlando. This is where it went down.
I'd love to get up there.
Let's find a way to get up there. Yeah, Miami Connection, right here.
Right there.
Great scene. These are not being rented too often. You're just sitting here. It is kind of a bummer seeing every place down here close.
Yeah.
Every place on Church Street, from what I can tell, is completely closed. Maybe there's a nightlife, because it is a little earlier than nighttime. But I don't know. You can even hear the little alarm beeping, like the fire alarm. They haven't changed the battery yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's what that is. But there's that Western field down here.
I-4 is right there,
Yeah. Can't
going over the top.
wait.
This is wild. It's so different. Like you see that old promotion stuff when this place was thriving. These buildings weren't all here. Fun fact, 55 West, I almost moved there. Many years ago, I considered moving downtown. Kind of glad I didn't.
They had the horse carriage out here in all the promotional videos and stuff. They had like the horse carriage down here. They promote all this. And all the can girls down here. The guys in the Western outfits.
Okay, this is wild. Look at this. Grandma and Grandpa Merry Christmas 1985. 85.
To Caitlin and Kathy.
There's 88,
Yeah.
85, 76.
Mississippi loves Kansas.
This is all late 80s. Mid to late 80s.
I wonder if there's a. Look at these. Some of these are hand signed.
That's wild.
Right?
There's any familiar names on here.
That's what I was saying in my head. Like,
And this little wall over here that says coming soon, Bumby Arcade Food Hall. That's been up for like a couple years.
it has.
Great sea urchin ceviche. I'm just quoting American Psycho a lot today. All right, here's a little relic of the past. Look at this. Nothing going on at Church Street. I've been downtown a few times in the last couple of years, and every time this DTO store, Downtown Orlando store, for one reason or another, something's going on, an event, and they have a pop-up somewhere else, and it's not open. So I'm hoping today it is open, because I want to go in here and check out some DTO, some Downtown Orlando merchandise. And it is in fact opened. Went in, perused around, a lot of good 407 merch, Downtown Orlando merch, Central Florida merchandise, shirts, keychains, magnets, postcards, paraphernalia, quite an assortment of stuff in there. DTO. Yeah, the last few times I walked by here, it hasn't been open, so I'm glad I got to pop in there. And they're closed tomorrow and the next day. Holiday weekend upcoming. So I'm glad I popped in there. And they close in like 15 minutes, so got to peruse around a little bit. Right over here is a taco place. Looks to be kind of boarded up. There is a lot open down here, but there's definitely probably just, I'd say half as many places are closed as they are open.
Yep.
Like example, all boarded up. Not boarded up, but papered up. All right, made the traverse back down Interstate 4, some toll roads, back over to Celebration. Yeah, definitely Central Florida traffic is getting busier than it used to be, but that's to be expected, I guess. A lot of people moving here. Whole Central Florida area is growing. Was that an owl? Is here an owl? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.